I'd say first two evenings are more sort of Premier League. Last night was Sunday League, and tonight is going to be Champions League.
Interesting. Well, let's kick off with your starter, cheesy, nutty stuffed mushrooms.
I love mushrooms, I love cheese, and I love nuts. So altogether, that's a good start.
I love a mushroom. It's going to be a big mushroom like mine, I think. And the cheese is going to be melted. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think that's really, really easy dish to do. There's not a lot of prep involved for this.
So I've cooked this dish quite a few times. I'm feeling quite confident with it. It's quite an easy dish to cook. So I just hope it turns out all right tonight. These mushrooms, yeah, they're magic.
Scott starts by de-stalking his mushrooms before frying them in a bit of butter.
Yeah, I'm a really fun guy.
Yeah, that's very good. He then adds a handful of spinach.
He's a Welsh boy through and through, so I'd expect him to use a Welsh cheese.
This is roulette, so garlic and herb, full-fat soft cheese.
Doesn't sound very Welsh to me. Scott chucks his suspiciously French-sounding cheese in with his spinach and stalks.
So would you like a cheesy joke?
Do I have an option?
What did the cheese say to itself in the mirror?
I don't know. Something hilarious, no doubt.
Hello, me.
Ha-ha, good one. That's enough now.
I'm making sure I'm mixing this cheese in very carefully. Get it?
Oh, behave. Next in goes a handful of breadcrumbs. The mushrooms will be stuffed this evening.
There we are, all done, ready to go. That's going to taste absolutely blinding.
Marvellous. On with dessert. A pint of cookie cheesecake with berries.
Am I right in saying it's going to be served in a pint? So that's different.
It's a pint because he likes his beer. I'd rather have a beer.
So a pint of cheesecake is a lot of cheesecake, but it's just the way it's layered, you know, so it looks more than it actually is, but it tastes that good that they will smash a pint into them.
Sounds painful. First up, the base.
One for them. One for me.
Why not, eh? Scott mashes his cookies with a rolling pin for some reason. Then it's time for the second cheese of the day.
It's quite cheesy, isn't it?
If somebody doesn't like cheese, they're knackered. Can I say knackered?
You just did, twice.
I'm not that big a fan of full-fat soft cheese. It just tastes nice when it's mixed together with everything. But,
To the minging cheese, he adds maple syrup and vanilla extract before whisking it into shape.
Right, my technique with a whisk to get it perfect, it's an electric whisk, so we just turn it on.
Solid plan, that. After a bit of whisking, it's time for another cheese joke.
What cheese do you use to get a bear out of a tree?
I'm sure you'll tell us.
Come on, bear.
Oh, dear.
He's not serving this in a pint glass, is he?
I think he is.
Is he?
Yeah. Scott grabs his pints and layers.
What cheese do you use to hide a horse?
This is going to be mascarpone, isn't it?
Mascarpone.
I thought as much. Anyway, next up is a layer of mixed berries.
I think my favourite berry is Mary berry.
Not sure she'd fit in the glass, though. Scott finishes off layering and pops them in the fridge for later. Main next. Chicken breast wrapped in Parma ham with blue cheese sauce and seasonal veg.
Yeah, I mean, I love chicken, I loved Parma ham, and I love cheese.
That's like standard wedding food, isn't it?
I've chosen this because my blue cheese sauce is a bit of a signature for me in the household. This is my big dish of the night. It's my cup final. I'm ready for kick-off.
Excellent news. Scott starts by slicing onions, which he fries in butter.
All I want is for my guests to come, have a nice time, enjoy themselves, and just give me a better mark than Clay.
I'm hoping the blue cheese sauce is going to be, like, separate, because if it's smothered in it, oh, it's going to be too much for me. The smell alone will probably be too much for me.
Oh, the smell of blue cheese. It almost smells like, you know, a football sock I found in my bag after a month, which doesn't sound great for a sauce.
Not really.
But when they taste the sauce, that's absolutely magic.
Take your word for that. The dirty socky cheese is then melted with the onions, butter and cream. How's that looking, then?
Oh, result. That is almost as good as netting a 25-yard top corner winner.
Well, let's hope you get more than 3 points for it.
So if this chicken dish is covered with cheese, it'll kill it.
Pretty sure it's dead already. Scott seasons his chicken.
This is what's going to happen, lads. You're going to get wrapped in pancetta, 2 at the back, just the 1 in the middle, 2 up top, all right? Top draw, game birds, let's have it.
Yes, I'm not sure they quite understand. The chicken is wrapped and will be cooked this evening.
So there they are, all wrapped up. I really think this has got her in the bag. Could be a winner for me tonight.
Unbelievable, Jeff! With all his prep done, Scott's off to get changed.
Last night got a little bit heated. Hopefully things will have all calmed down by tonight.
Things are falling apart a little bit. So it's gonna be important for Scott to make sure that he really smashes tonight.
Wow, there's a
Oh
negligee.
my goodness.
Finding the negligee, I don't want to look at it in the eye. I mean, I don't want to turn around and see it. That's weird. I wouldn't have that out.
Oh my God, look at this, Steve. Lady Tina Gale.
Wow.
I think that probably sums up Tina, actually. She's quite the lady.
That's from birth, right? She's got that from birth, do you think?
Born Lady Tina.
Born Lady Tina, do you think?
Lady Tina, what's for tea? Time for bed, darling.
Easy, old boy. Downstairs, Tina makes her sauce with cream, cheese, and a bit more cheese. Blimey.
How decadent does this look?
Well, it certainly looks cheesy. Tonight's starter is crab with a very rich sauce.
Thank you. Super job.
Just please tuck in and enjoy. Thank you.
I'm not usually a fan of crab, but it is quite nice.
Thank you.
I've never had anything like this before.
And it's a revelation?
I think, if I'm honest, I ate it because I was really hungry.
Oh.
The cream sauce is a bit overpowering.
Bit overpowering.
Taken
Oh,
away
right,
from
yeah.
the actual crab.
The crab was completely overpowered by the Cajun spices, the mango, the spinach, the cheese.
So hard hearing somebody actually criticising your food, because obviously if your husband does it, you just bang him and go, well, I ain't cooking for you again. But obviously you can't do that to your guests.
Certainly not until they've scored you.
I'm actually going to be totally honest with you. I thought this wasn't going to work, and this is, well, nice. This is lovely.
Thank you.
I've nigh on cleared all my plate. I just left a bit of salad and a bit of cherry tomatoes for the gods upstairs. So, Tina, we had a little look around your boudoir earlier.
I'm glad you're not holding anything or wearing anything.
Steve and I found upstairs beside your bed the most beautiful picture frame with a certificate that says Lord and Lady Gale.
Yes, official Lord and Lady, or unofficial, because my daughter bought it for my husband and myself's 30th wedding anniversary.
Do ladies wear negligee? Like
Ladies can do whatever they want to, can't they? Because that's how you get the title lady. So a little bit naughty, a little bit nice.
I wasn't entirely surprised, but I was perhaps trying to maintain my focus maybe on the food that was in front of me rather than thinking about Tina in a negligee.
Nothing wrong with multitasking.
Given that I'm a lady, given a law to pass, what might be the first laws that you might pass?
Ban clowns. All clowns.
Do you not like clowns?
I don't like clowns.
I don't agree with that, Gaze. Hang on a minute, hang on.
Smell my flower.
You're banning clowns, I'm going to be underground.
Oh, hunt you down.
Can't ban
Banning raucous
clowns.
laughs.
How can you ban a clown?
You can't ban some geezer or woman that dresses up, puts a load of like makeup on their face, puts a shiny red nose on, has a squirty flower on. Why would you ban something like that? There's loads of other things you can ban before a clown. Don't put him at the top of the list.
My law
point,
is
well made.
laughter is compulsive,
Compulsory.
and you have to do a little bit every day. So, like, before you go to bed, if you had a little bit of laughter, no sleep. So it's like 2 in the morning, you're like, oh, man, I'm knackered. Have a little chuckle, get your head down.
How are we enforcing that? How do you kind of like, what are you ringing people up? Have you laughed yet today? Not yet. Have a laugh, then go to bed. Can't happen. Can't be enforced.
All right, DC Killjoy.
So I might be probably on the older side. However, in my head, I still feel 18.
Don't ask it, Tina.
And can you guess my age?
Oh, no.
OK, Bob. Rob. Bob.
It's Rob.
Late 40s.
Oh, bless you. That's kind. Or is it, Steve?
So I'm sat a lot closer and within punching range. I would say you're 58.
You need to sit down there, my friend.
Rob went safe. I knew he'd gone safe, and I thought, you've gone too safe. 58. That did not go down well.
I had to make friends and influence people. Not like that.
I'm gonna go early 50s, maybe 52 if I was pinned down.
I think you're 63. My mum is late 50s. I personally think she looks a bit younger than you.
Would you like this to keep digging?
Rude, I say. Rude. Just because she just started as we mean to go. You were actually spot on.
Spot on?
Yeah.
What is it? What did you say?
52.
I do think she looks 63. I think maybe it's because she's a bit weathered.
Oh, Holly!
Rude. That's just not out there. Don't you look 63? I'm going to lend her my glasses because she obviously needs them.
Chocolate pods come out the fridge, and the homemade ice cream comes out the freezer.
It's rock hard, isn't it?
What's going on?
It's a bit harder than we first thought it would be, so we're trying to defrost it a little bit, and now we're cutting it with a kitchen knife.
Nothing sophisticated about that. Mark spears an iceberg-sized chunk of ice cream onto the plate, and there it is. Ground coffee in one of the polar ice caps. Melting, appropriately enough. You're as cold as ice.
Sweet.
Looking forward to this.
Oh,
wow.
Presentation's brilliant.
It is, yeah.
So much.
What flavour ice cream is it?
Vanilla.
Couldn't really sense the vanilla taste in it.
I only put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla, didn't I?
Normally, all I'll ever have is ice cream.
I didn't know what to expect with a garden pot, but once I dug through the tarmac, my spoon was stuck in the mud, so it was a bit tough.
Not a fan, then?
No, not for me.
Back at the table, and Tina's sharing Govinda's more caring side.
Govinda loves winding me up, don't you, babe?
But I love winding Tina up because every time I do, she decides to clean the whole house. Absolutely perfect. So look, just like do this, do this, do this. Tina, I love
He does.
you, I love
He
you, I
does
love
prod
you, I
and
love you, I love
poke,
you.
and he keeps going and going and pushing my buttons. If Govinda was an animal, he would be a tiger because he just keeps coming back and coming back and coming back for more with the claws out.
I think Tina, and this is in no way a reflection of how she looks, but I think she's a bit of a pig.
What sense?
Jaw to floor, Govinda!
He's a lad, isn't he?
You look like a pig.
I think Tina just likes to lounge about a bit, but she very much so looks after the children. She's a mother at heart, and they cuddle each other. I think it's kind of cute.
No? I'm sorry. I love you.
That some of our food might be a little bit too adventurous for our guests, having eaten at their houses this week.
The hosts tackle their adventurous tapas and begin with the croquetas.
They look delicious.
A quick check on the Spanish sausages.
Oh yeah, they look amazing.
Next, the gambas. That's prawns to you and I.
They're looking really good, Ed.
And it's almost ready to serve.
Was it great, Ed?
Finally, the sausage slices.
These haven't held together so well, but I think they still look nice. They still taste good.
Now that is confidence.
Now that is tapas.
Morcilla Iberica bites, gambas al ajillo, charred and goat's cheese croquetas with saffron aioli. Now that's a mouthful.
So I hope you're all ready. Welcome to our chef fiesta. And to start, we've got a trio of tapas. Bon appetit.
It's really nice, it's different, it's lovely. Really nice, yeah.
I will confess that me and goat cheese don't sort of get along, so just tried a bit, sorry. When it's,
It's choked you.
yeah.
Not probably the 3 tapas dishes I would personally choose, but I did enjoy it on the whole, yes. I love the goat's cheese.
Sounds like you can have Phil's.
The black pudding was outstanding, I must admit.
I know you liked it,
I could have
but-
snaggled the whole bowl to myself for that one.
What's inspired you to do this dish, guys?
One of the first holidays that Ed and I went on together was to Menorca.
Yep.
And we ate loads of Spanish food and we really went for it. It was great.
We've got a location that's special to us. It's Las Vegas.
Oh,
So
cool.
we've been there sort of 6 times. We always have an amazing time when we go
Absolutely
there.
love it.
And that's where we renewed as vows for the 2nd time.
Not going to Vegas.
I don't want to go to Vegas, I'm not bothered.
our favourite destination that we've ever been to is Thailand. And very nearly cooked Thai food for you yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I thought, well, spicy food sometimes is...
Disagrees with you a little bit.
So,
Well, we apologise for the results tomorrow.
it's fine, because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. In Dominican Republic, we went to for our honeymoon. Didn't see much of it. I spent most of my time in the room.
Can we not go down
Did you have too much chili?
We can move the conversation away from Dawn's bodily functions.
Dawn's obsessed with what comes out of her rear end. It's really odd. At a dinner party.
I can only apologise. I can't help my bodily functions.
But no one needed to know that at the dinner table, did they?
He may have a point, Dawn.
I thought the starter went down really well.
Yeah, empty plates. Happy with that.
Feeling flushed with confidence, it's time for the main. Ed adds asparagus and artichokes to the paella. Ooh, that's risky. Followed by frozen peas and prawns.
You've done yourself proud with that one.
Plating up time.
I reckon you have to go a long way to get a better paella than that.
Spain.
Alas, Sheffield it is, and tonight's main is Valencian paella with homemade pan rustico.
So everyone, this is our Valencian paella.
What's the name of the bread?
That's a pan rustico, which is a Spanish rustic bread.
Did you make it?
Of course they made it.
Of course she did.
I hope you all enjoy.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Really tasty. I love it.
Not too spicy for you.
No, it's great. It's perfect.
I got a few of the flavours in there. I think chorizo and things like that, which were good.
I loved it.
Well, I didn't quite enjoy it. I really don't like peppers. I ate the bread, which was really nice.
Everyone said they enjoyed the main, so we can only go on what they say. Sorry, Katie, how much of the starter was homegrown produce?
The chard that was in the croquettes, that was homegrown. There was also some chives. The mint in your drink, that was also homegrown. All of the eggs you've eaten and all the eggs you will eat today, they're all from those chickens out there, yeah.
I bet you wish you'd never asked.
We did expect them to have hens and things like that, so...
Yeah, but I wouldn't be eating my food and thinking, this tastes like it's from the garden, or anything like that. I wouldn't. It doesn't taste any different to me.
With just one course to go, Ed and Katie have got some fun and games up their sleeves.
We kind of wanted to do a little game. Each couple is going to make another of the couples their ideal gift, all right? And I want you to sculpt it out of plasticine.
Oh, goody, just like play school.
It's got so serious all of a sudden.
I've never heard Dawn so quiet in my whole life. Give her a knife and a bit of plasticine and she's quiet as a mouse.
Well, almost.
I was surprised how into it that both Phil and Kate and Dawn and Lee got. Good, yeah. The end, all right.
We made you Vegas.
A Las Vegas showboat.
More like a Las Vegas show bap.
It looked more like the sign to Skegness, didn't it? But...
So ungrateful.
Ta-da!
It's the palm tree.
The palm tree.
Oh,
Menorca.
rose there. Ta-da! I've recreated your dream wedding.
And as you can see, as a special present for Dawn, you've got hair.
Uncanny.
It was brilliant. I
They
thought
even give Lee hair.
Dawn wants to keep it forever. We've seen the mantelpiece. There's probably room.
Oh, God. That was proper artifact.
Yeah, but I think they've obviously put a lot of preparation into that.
It's day 3 and the turn of graduate Charles Mason to fight for the grand. And it seems the battle lines have already been drawn up.
Tom and Andrew were a bit of a double act. I don't want them slagging off my food in front of me, and I don't want to see them talking about burping and farting, all that stuff. You know, we can talk about other things, except for the stupid things.
Charles isn't my cup of tea. There's just something about him. I can't put my finger on it, but there's just something there that I'm not keen on.
He's got to raise the bar, and if the food's not good enough, then I won't eat it.
I think Tom and Andrea are going to give Charles a hard time tonight, but I'm going to be there to support him and back him up.
Hopefully Charles's Indian menu will win them all over, starting with a selection of vegetarian curries called a thali.
It sounds like a sort of Indian version of tapas. Can't wait.
If he cooks it right, this could be the winning menu.
Charles will be serving up 3 dishes, kicking off with sagaloo. Indian spices are added to fried onions, then spuds and spinach are chucked in.
I love these curries that I made. They're so nice, but There's no real logic to it. You just throw it in the pan, just hope for the best.
Next is dal fry, made with cooked lentils, onions and tomatoes.
That'll just stew now. For a while, that's done.
Finally, for his paneer masala, fresh coriander goes into a spiced-up tomato sauce. Is that it?
Great. But I don't know, there's something missing with this tikka masala. I just don't know what it is that I'm supposed to put in it.
The paneer cheese?
Oh, good.
Cheese finally in, it's left to stew and it's on to the starter. Onion bhaji and potato rosti.
Not a great deal of skill involved.
I think it's an easy starter, but I don't care because it's so delicious.
For the rostis, Charles mixes garam masala with spuds, onions and peas. The mix is then rolled in flour.
Oh. Flour, what does it do?
It makes a mess. The cakes are fried and they'll be warmed before serving. Now for those onion bhajis.
Hopefully it's homemade, because it's very easy, so if it's not homemade, then...
Relax, Tom, of course they're homemade.
Hello, my lovely, here's your onion bhaji.
Yay.
Just not by Charles.
Great, well, I've got these onion bhajis here. The local pub got them for me last minute, so hope these go down well.
Let's hope they like pub grub. Desserts next, a selection of Indian sweets.
I don't know what Indian sweets are. Little boiled sweets and they're stuck on top of a sorbet, I don't know.
I'd be most disappointed if he's nipped down to the corner shop.
Look who's back from the corner shop. It's Charles, and he's bought a packet Indian souffle mix.
I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm hoping for the best. It could be awful, but I'm just going to blag it.
The souffle mix is stirred into hot milk and it's left to set. He'll also serve microwavable donut balls, and that's the prep done.
Charles's evening, I think, is going to be quite chaotic.
I think it's going to be a bit hectic and a bit of a car crash.
I'm going to have this incense burning, there's going to be curries, it's just going to be really pleasant and chilled.
Yeah, man, now just go and sort your chakras out, because your first guest's here.
Today we're in southeast London, where Henry VIII married the two wives lucky enough to divorce him. Better than the alternative, I suppose. And hoping their night will be a cut above the rest are our first hosts, PA Alicia and former musician Ben.
I had a couple of hit singles. It was a long time ago, but I still like to keep it up as a hobby. I still record bits and pieces of music now.
Waiting for my love song to be written by you.
I think you might be waiting for some time. But what do others think of them?
Like, a bit loud, a bit... always got something to say.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
And Ben is always on hand in a crisis.
I rang and crying because I couldn't find the car in a car park. And so I honestly looked for about half an hour before I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just have to ring him. And then I rang you and I
Like,
cried.
I'm going to find the car for her.
I was in a different county, by the way.
What, from the car?
Hopefully you'll have more luck in the kitchen.
I like to cook different stuff. I take inspiration from restaurants and things like that, and so this is the kind of thing that I
Yeah,
would
it's
cook
quite
on
standard, isn't it?
First up, the starter, Sri Lankan curried prawns with a coconut sauce.
I'm always a big fan of fish for starter. So, yeah, no, I think that'll be really delicious, actually. It sounds really good.
Second to this week's party are aspiring city slickers, Cherry and Lawrence.
I would say, like, we're the typical yuppie couple.
Haven't heard that word for a while.
Young professionals living in London, having a whale of a time.
And these two aren't messing when it comes to food either.
I was probably in charge of the kitchen first when we first started dating, but since we've obviously been going out for a lot longer, I think Cherry's grown into a much more competent chef.
Back with today's hosts, Ben mixes spices, tomato puree, oil and lime juice. And Alicia considers how to keep rowdy guests quiet.
How do you tell someone to shush then, nicely?
Shush, please.
Can't really, can you?
I like people who are opinionated, because I am, but at the same time I don't, because I want to be the only one to have an opinion.
Meet our final couple, husband and wife of 1 year, Farina and Jahit.
I wouldn't like to think I'm under the thumb. I might be a little.
I'm locked. What are you doing? Have you put the camera up? Go on, come on, up, do it.
And Farina's also in control when it comes to dinner parties.
We love hosting, and yeah, I've never had a complaint about my food, and I don't intend to.
Yeah, I'd say Farina's a good cook.
Farina's a brilliant cook.
back with Alicia and Ben, and it's time to get messy.
See, they're going to be magic. If people don't like them kind of prawns, then they want to have a word with themselves.
So you don't get prawns like that, do you? Often. Oh, it's grim.
I've no idea why they're called tiger prawns.
Probably because they're big,
I thought
like a
because they're
tiger.
big.
No.
But I don't.
Oh,
Are these
no, it'd be the
tiger
colours,
prawns?
surely.
Yeah, they're orange and black, like a tiger almost.
Mystery solved.
These prawns are going to be banging, mate.
Mate.
They are banging.
Prawns partially peeled and marinated. They'll be fried later.
Imagine if the guest that doesn't eat fish doesn't know what paneer is.
What's paneer?
Cheese.
Oh, okay.
You're married to an Asian and you don't know what paneer is.
The paneer is marinated and it's into chill. For the coconut sauce, Ben cuts ginger, garlic, shallots and chillies.
Are you putting all those in then?
No. These are going to go in a bowl.
Ah, these are the bowl chilies.
Yeah.
Shall I get a bowl?
Ah, yes, bowl chilies.
Oh, you said you want them in a bowl.
All right.
Here, this is a nice bowl.
Nice.
Say bowl again.
Bowl.
Bowl. And then fries his veg with curry leaves, pandan leaves and coconut milk. Starter done, it's on to dessert. Tarte au citron.
Tarte au citron? What's that?
I couldn't tell you.
It's lemon tart, actually. To flour, they add icing sugar, eggs and butter.
Oh, this is very cold butter.
If you get the tartness of the lemon spot on, I think it's a really good palate cleanser.
Well, it might be if Ben wasn't in charge of zesting.
That's not the right side. You're meant to do it on that side. What, you're going to have horrible bits of lemon now.
I hope it doesn't have lemons, because I hate lemon in dessert. Ugh.
That's more lemon than the recipe calls for, so hopefully it's really zangy.
Zangy?
Yeah, it might be quite lemony.
There's every chance. For the curd, she mixes sugar, eggs, cream, and the all-important citrus fest. The lemony mixture is poured into the pastry case, and it's in to bake. Careful! Next up, the main, slow-cooked Mediterranean shoulder of lamb. Ben coats the lamb in Mediterranean spices, and it's in to cook.
So we are cooking lamb for Maine, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So this is technically a competition.
Well spotted.
I'm also doing lamb on my night, so...
I don't think it's going to beat yours.
With the hosts unaware of the upcoming lamb off, it's time to get ready.
Hurry up, mate.
Stop calling me mate!
Looks like Deanne wants to know about Ian's artistic abilities.
What's with these pictures? What are they?
These are all my works, and basically it all started, it's all about the Mexican Day of the Dead. Funnily enough, I've actually sold each of these, but somehow managed to keep them.
If you don't mind me asking, how much would you sell these for?
I usually put in sort of about how much time I've spent on them.
OK.
So this one was for 60.
Does that mean you took 60 seconds to do it?
Is he having a joke? I would have given him £5. It looks like a 3-year-old's painted them.
Hopefully the main will be more up your street. Ian cooks the beef.
Knowing this lot, I think I'd better do it well done, so it's going to be a lot more well done than I'm used to.
Well, as long as you're quick, because I think they're getting hungry.
I'm starving.
He must have gone to the butcher's himself and hacked the cow down.
Yeah.
Must
You
have
see,
done.
you're all right, because you had a starter. We didn't have a starter.
How's it going, Ian? 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 In your own time, fella.
I think he's forgot that we need a maid.
There's a bit of dust on me spoon.
That's brilliant, that looks like.
Ian? Stop wasting time!
Oh, my God, wait for that main course was unbelievable.
You're like, I need to go to the chippy or something.
Looks like you might have to at this rate. With everything finally done, here it is, a rather dry-looking teriyaki beef. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, lovely.
I thought something was going to come in all fire blazing and flambe and, you know, beautiful. And then it arrives and I thought, what have you been doing in that kitchen for an hour and a half? Seriously. Have a knife and fork, please, Ian.
Oh, yes, where the hell have they?
Do you have to eat
You
your
seem to
hand?
have disappeared.
No knives and forks? No knives and forks? How could you forget the knives and forks around the dinner table?
Right, so we've waited an hour for the main course and now we're waiting 10 minutes for the cookery. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, at least you can all tuck in now.
Oh, thank you, Ian. Thank you.
That tonight was like eating cardboard.
The rice was really, really cold. The asparagus was soggy because it was cold. And the meat when you did actually manage to cut a piece that was small enough to put into your mouth, was tasty, but very, very dry.
That's This is bloody awful. Don't eat it. We're going to McDonald's. You're usually pretty biased towards your own food, and I hated it.
Someone say something nice about it.
You can taste the flavour in the meat. I'll give you that, mate.
Yeah, that's better.
Are you having a joke? The flavour's dried out of it. It's like Gandhi's flip-flop.
Maybe not. It's the third day in Greater Manchester, and student Ian Lockerby's chance to give his guests a lesson in culinary creativity and bag the £1,000 prize.
It's going to be a full-on night of cocktails, art, student life mixed with great food.
I know Ian's a student, and you know what? People would expect, like, super noodles, beans on toast.
I think tonight, because Ian's a student, he's going to come across like he's going to do something very basic, something very student-y.
Well, whatever he does, he's got to maintain the peace between Deanne and Paul.
Oh, dear, dear. Paul's getting himself into a lot of hot water. And then he dips his toes in and then hingers his foot, and then hingers his leg.
I just can't keep my gob shut. If it's got to come out, it's got to come out. I can't help it.
If Paul says one more word about me, I swear to God, I'm going to kick him under the table. He's going to get it.
But Ian's hoping his food will do the talking.
I'm going for the sort of surprise and shock factor in the fact that I'm actually going to be making decent food.
Beginning with the starter, black pudding and scallops with a honey and mustard dressing.
He shocks me. He shocks me. I wasn't expecting this at all.
It is something that you'd probably see on like a starter of like a good restaurant.
I chose the starter because it's one of my favourites, so I'm obviously going to be biased towards my own cooking, but at least I know I'll enjoy it.
As long as you're happy. With minimal prep, he checks his scallops.
I'm liking the look of them. They don't look too bad whatsoever.
And slices the black pudding.
Black pudding is also an acquired taste, as is shellfish, so I've been doing pretty risky manoeuvres from the word go today, basically.
Oh, I don't like black pudding and I don't like scallops.
Oh, dear. He'll fry both ingredients tonight and serve with a honey and mustard dressing. On to the main, marinated teriyaki beef with asparagus and sushi rice.
Mediterranean teriyaki.
Mediterranean?
Marinated, sorry.
That sounds lovely. That sounds divine.
He starts by slicing his beef.
Oh,
You'll have to wear it inside out at your lectures next week. For the marinade, he mixes soy sauce, sugar and syrup with water. How is it?
very nice.
Good! He massages his meat.
Looking very nice in the moment, smelling even better.
And he'll cook tonight just before serving.
The main is the one that I'm feeling safest on this evening, so it's quite hunky-dory now.
On to the dessert, hot chocolate brownie.
I love chocolate brownie, so I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a lot nicer than my dessert.
You said it.
You'll get a mix to do that. I don't think he'll be able to make brownie mix on his own.
Well, he is. Ian mixes cocoa powder, cherries, sugar and baking powder before sieving flour through a colander.
Genius.
He melts butter with chocolate, using a knife and fork before whisking all the ingredients using a spoon. He then bakes under a light bulb. I'm just kidding.
I'm really happy with those. I think that'll go very well with the rest of the dessert. I'm happy with it.
Well, you better go and get changed then. After a quick sponging, he's back downstairs to greet his guests.
Right, let's get this show on the road.
First in, it's Deanne.
Hi, Dee. How's it going?
All
I'm afraid I haven't bought any wine or beer or champagne. All I've got for you is some very nice spirits for you. Now, are you OK with spirits?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
That's just as well. Here's Kay.
Hi, Kay. How's it going?
Very well, thank you.
Where do you reckon Paul is?
Well, hopefully he's at home locked in the cupboard after last night.
No, he's here. I'm sure he's turned over a new leaf.
Has anybody else spent any time on the toilet last night? Because I was on the toilet. Sorry, dear, I was on the toilet quite a bit last night. Anybody else?
No, I didn't eat the dessert.
Do you think that was something to do with my menu then?
Well, I don't know. Are you trying to get rid of the competition? Is that what it is?
No, not necessarily. I'd like to try and get rid of you, but the rest of them are all right. He is definitely playing games because all the other guests said they didn't spend time on the toilet. Neither did I. He's actually talking rubbish.
Everyone in, Ian cracks on with the starter by frying his black pudding and his scallops.
Right, I think that's just about ready.
With final touches added, here it is. Black pudding and scallops with a honey and mustard dressing.
Thank you.
The portions right now are not very big because I've got rather a large and tasty main course for him.
Hold it down, Kate. Oh, well done.
It feels like eating a slug.
I don't think it really tastes of anything, really.
I don't like either, I'm sorry.
That's fine, no, both are acquired taste.
I think Ian was trying to educate us in food, giving us the scallops and things, but he failed miserably.
I didn't enjoy it. The presentation wasn't nice. It didn't even look nice. So to me, it was just a no.
I knew it was a risky dish. They didn't like it. Well done, Paul, for trying it. They didn't like it, so we move on.
It's the second night in Swansea.
Cheers!
And Tino's putting on a Zimbabwean feast in her bid to win a grand.
I am not nervous anymore because now I'm like ready to just get the food on the table so I can just get everyone's reaction just to see what people think.
So she begins with frying her fritters and plantain.
Smelling good, looking good. Welcome to Zimbabwe.
Thanks for inviting us.
All I need to do is plate it up.
With a spooning of the homemade chilli sauce, fritters hit the plate and it's on with the plantain.
Let's go deliver this gorgeous starter.
And the sweet corn fritters are served. More plantain, please, I think. Thank you.
Oh, it smells so nice.
It's nicer if you were to rip through your sweet corn fritter.
Okay.
And you dip it into the sweet chili, and then you go for it.
Oh my God. That is so lush. What's plantain?
It's like a massive banana.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're like a massive banana.
Why do you think like that?
Okay. Does it taste like banana?
No, she hasn't got one to go
Slightly
home.
different. So I wouldn't dip the plantain in sweet chili.
Okay.
I would rather try it on its own first, so you can get its natural flavors, you know?
The sweet chili is very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
But
That's why I like it.
is that why you like it?
Yeah. It's sweet.
Not
Not spicy. No, it's not
You don't like
spicy.
sweet.
I know I do like it. It's just a.
Go on, spit it out.
Yeah, sweet.
Overall, the starter was okay, but not great.
The dish without the chili sauce was actually nicer.
I enjoyed the starter a lot. I think maybe there's a little bit of a competition thing going on now.
That's the point of all this, actually.
I probably would have had a bit more chilli in it, but I presume you've sort of done it for everyone's palate. But yeah, other than that, it was nice, and I liked your sweet chilli sauce. It was good.
And the nice thing is, if you want any more, there's loads on Kev's shirt you can have.
I'm in a messy mood tonight.
Yes, we can see that.
His shirt was more stained than the plates. You know, he needs a bib.
Why is everyone getting in the
Tomorrow
mud?
I'm wearing a dark shirt.
Best start of the week, I would say, because it was unique, but they still cleared their plates. So that's got to be points for Tino.
Meanwhile, Kev's not convinced that Janine is Benidorm material.
Janine is too designer for Benidorm.
Design? What does that mean?
She likes to design her clothing and stuff, you know. And Janine may be a bit posh for Benidorm.
I don't think I'm posh, particularly.
One doesn't think I'm posh.
I'm posh compared to some of the people around the table.
Just some of them.
All of the people around the table.
Evil posh laugh. Ooh, exquisite.
She's the poshest out of us four. Oh, that's not really saying much, is it? But
not really.
No, she is. She's posh, definitely.
I completely disagree. Even if you're saying you are, I do not think you are whatsoever. I think you are just so down to earth. You have the posh interior.
Exterior.
Interior? What?
Exterior.
Interior is outside and exterior is inside, isn't it?
No, I think you find it's the reverse.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm coming across the group as I'm stupid and don't understand things, but I'm really not.
I felt better tonight when Natalie said, you know, she thought I was down to earth. And I did feel there was a bit of a bonding going on with me and Natalie.
Starter done. How are we feeling?
My main is as successful as my starter. I could be up for a win.